Hello, friends. Welcome to Jazz's Kaleidoscope. A kaleidoscope shows different beautiful patterns and images depending on the angle it's tilted. Similarly, one can see different facets of life if we have a different angle to it. Jaswande's kaleidoscope is a beautiful reflection of my life experiences and journey. I hope you like it. Thank you. A famous prophet, Lao Tzu says, a leader is best when people don't know she exists. When her work is done or aim is fulfilled, they say, we did it ourselves. Have you ever been inspired, motivated, or guided by someone you didn't know? But that stranger ignited the fire in you and helped you throw down the gauntlet. Here is my story. I was in my early 20s and had just begun my rendezvous with reality. That was the day of my final exams. I was anxious and stressed. On the scale of 1 to 10, my confidence was -5. Will I be able to do it? Have I studied enough? Will I be able to perform well in the exams? I was constantly questioning myself and had succumbed to self doubts and unknowingly had quit inside. As I was walking towards my examination center, balancing my book bag and my spirit too, somebody bumped onto me from the front and groped me. I felt numb. I didn't know what to do. But the very next moment, I pretended as nothing has happened and kept walking to my examination center. No sooner I took a few steps, a voice fell on me like a lightning. What are you doing? Do something! Do something! Those words pierced my soul, shook me to my core, and the next moment I was taking off the bag from my back, dumped it on the floor, turned around, ran to the guy who had just groped me, held him by his collar, turned him around, and I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. So I just screamed. That was a scream of a rebel. That was a scream of a reality check. That was a scream of revolt. That guy was caught completely off guard. In a few moments, crowd gathered around us to find out why a teenage girl is screaming at a man in the middle of chaotic traffic. When I explained them what had happened, a few people gave the man an earful. An elderly person chastised him and asked him to apologize. I was getting late for my exam. The clock was ticking, so I made my way out from the crowd, gathered my belongings, my stuff, and started walking briskly to my examination center again. As I was walking, I realized my body was burning. I was sweating, and my eyes were wide open as if I was sleeping all this while. When I entered the classroom, I took 3 deep breaths and I thought, I will not, this fire ignited in me, spirit ignited in me will get dampened. So I decided to approach my battle as fiercely as possible. So, pen as my sword and brain as my shield, I took down every enemy question by question. And I did my best. 2 months later, the exam results were out, and I had passed with flying colors. When I pondered over, I realized what happened that day. Well, that day I learned a fundamental lesson about my life and leadership, which is you cannot lead others unless you learn to lead yourself first, which is called self leadership. Self leadership is the ability to take control of your actions, emotions, thoughts, and decisions in order to be successful in your personal and professional lives. So, how do you guide yourself to be a self leader? I will call it, you can do it with three E's: envision, embody, and empower. A true leader envisions a different reality than that we live in. On the day of exam, I envision a different universe which is equally safe for men and women. Embody. A true leader walks the talk, leads by example, and raises voice against unjust things. And finally, empower. A true leader empowers herself and empowers others to assert control on their lives and advocates for their rights. She reminds them, you may be small, but you have a voice. Self leadership is particularly important in today's fast paced dynamic world where we all have to navigate through different complexities and uncertainties to be peaceful, successful, and happy in our lives. Finally, this innovative self leader asks herself, is this the best I can do? Intro music courtesy, music by Jason Shaw on audionautics.com. Song courtesy, Saregama.